For all your construction needs, big or small, call Ron Murphy Construction, one of Pahrumph's most respected contractors, from septic tank installation to pad development. Roads, driveways, and infrastructure. Ron Murphy Construction has the experience and the expertise to complete your project on time and at a reasonable cost. Ron Murphy knows the Pahrump Valley and wants to take the desert and turn it into a place of beauty, be it home or business development. For more information, call Ron Murphy Construction, 727-6090.
The hardware store that has it all. Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware. Quality tools including a massive channel lock product line, plumbing, indoor and outdoor growing supplies, custom hydraulic hoses, custom paint matching, key cutting. And we're more than just hardware. A huge hobby and art department, homeopathic remedies, Myers Natural Cleaning Products, Duke Cannon men's products, gourmet nuts and licorice, local honey and bee pollen, and all kinds of unique gifts. Shop local, everything. If you don't see it, we can get it at Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware.
LV.net provides fast, reliable internet at a fair price. We're a locally operated company and have proudly served the city of Las Vegas since 1994. At LV.net, we're your friends and neighbors, so you can be confident that you'll always get the best customer service. Our team is available 24/7, 365. There's no credit checks, no hidden fees, no data caps, and we will never raise your rates. LV.net is your hometown internet service provider. Don't forget, call LV.net at 702-9-MINUTE. That's 702-900-0000.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Welcome to KPVM TV's Ace Country Radio's News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. It is Thursday, February 16th.
Well, earlier today, elementary schools in Goldfield reportedly received a call of an alleged weapons offense. This was deemed unfounded. As a precaution, the Nye County schools were put on a temporary lockdown with the Nye County Sheriff's Office due to multiple swatting calls throughout the state. This is when a person calls and reports that there is an incident happening. This is actually deemed to be a hoax. This has been happening throughout the state of Nevada. There is no current known threat to our communities or our schools, and this was done as a precautionary measure.
And the killing of a Las Vegas man, Roy Jaggers, that killer was in court once again today. Judge Kim Wonker heard attorneys' motion to withdraw from the case. The judge said putting a new attorney in place at this time would set that trial back, unfortunately, months once again.
3 murder suspects appeared in district court again today before Judge Kim Wonker alongside their 3 attorneys for a status check on the case involving the killing of 27-year-old Las Vegas man Roy Jaggers on August 1st of 2021. Today's hearing had one focus, which was to discuss attorney Thomas Gibson's request to increase his hourly rate from $100 per hour to $400 per hour.
Well, essentially, Mr. Gibson's motion is that the public defenders have a contract for $175,000, and so he wants to be paid. His hourly rate is $400 an hour, so he wants the court to increase his the statutory hourly rate to $100 an hour. So he's asking to either be allowed to withdraw or to have the court raise the hourly rate.
That's correct.
All right. So, let me hear from you how you think I'm permitted to do that under NRS 7.125.
Your Honor, I don't know if there's a specific provision for that. I was basically trying to, my intent was to draw attention to the county that they're not paying enough for indigent defense. And I wanted to let them know that my time is worth more than just $100 an hour, in my opinion.
Well, here's the problem. the legislature is the one who sets the attorney rate. It does go up to $125 an hour, according to the statute, if it was death penalty. But it's not death penalty, and anything less than that, less than death penalty is $100 an hour. And so I'm just curious how you think that the court can override the legislature.
While Judge Wonker states she cannot increase the pay for the attorney fees, they can keep track of their hours on this case and submit their invoices for payment. She advises them to speak to the county commissioners for more guidance in the matter. Brad Main, Kevin Dent, and Heather Pate are accused of killing Jaggers after they allegedly tortured him for hours with a blowtorch, axe, knives, a baton, and other implements before he was forced to strip down naked and walk off a cliff in Cathedral Canyon, which is south of Pahrump, before shooting him to death. The judge and attorneys have decided to get together again for a planning meeting before the trial to ensure that they are ready. They meet again on March 29th at 2 p.m. in this case. Well, a female calls police after a person she had trespassed from her property reportedly re-entered through a window.
A person who was trespassed from a Pahrump home allegedly re-entered through a window in order to get back inside the residence. According to the police report, on Valentine's Day, Nye County deputies were called to respond to a home for a report of a burglary home invasion in progress. According to the report, one deputy witnessed the suspect, identified as Lawrence Weir, inside the garage that is attached to the home. The victim in this case told officers that Weir forced his way into her garage by taking off the screen to her garage window and opening the window, climbing inside, and entering the garage. According to the report, Weir was also allegedly attempting to open a door from inside the garage to gain access to the main residence, but was unable to open the door. Police say Weir eventually entered the residence through another window. According to a records check, Weir was trespassed from the reporting party's home back on February 11th of this year. Lawrence Weir was then taken into custody for home invasion and for forcibly removing the screen from the garage and forcing his way into the garage and the residence without the homeowner's permission. Weir was transported to the Nye County Detention Center.
All right, don't grab that remote. News 25 will be right back with much more local and national news.
I was at a roundabout in Pahrump on 372 and I was rear-ended. There was a car actually sandwiched in between me and the car that crashed into us going 60 miles an hour. And the result injured my lower back really badly.
Accidents can change lives, that's a fact. While we can't stop a car crash from happening, we can help you get your life back on track and make sure you get the attention.
Overwhelming number of people told me to call J.K. Nelson and they had helped them after their accidents. And it was honestly the best decision that I could have made. He made sure to get me the money to cover all of my hospital bills, would answer all of my questions I had, and I never felt like I was bothering them. They were just really welcoming and helpful.
If you have been in a crash, call J.K. Nelson today at 727-9900. That's 727-9900.
Secure your family while you're home or away. Monitor your home with cameras, burglar, smoke, and fire alarms 24/7, 365 days a year. Provide yourself with a peace of mind by using your smartphone or computer. You can monitor your home anytime or anywhere. Let Mastercraft Electronics install security your family deserves. Call Mastercraft Electronics today. Secure your home or business. 775-990-4896. Mastercraft Electronics is licensed and bonded. 1 month free alarm monitoring when you sign up for service. Mastercraft Electronics, 775-990-4896.
We are celebrating President's Day all month long at Saida Trudeau Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. Every single vehicle in inventory is slashed to incredibly low prices. You can save thousands. The ear of the dealership must ring with the voices of the people, and the people want savings. Savings like on the Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab with over $8,000 in available rebates or 1.9% financing for 60 months. The truth will set you free, like with free financing for 36 months on the 2022 Jeep Compass Latitude or $4,000 in rebates. I cannot tell a lie. That's some incredible savings. In any moment of decision, the best thing to do is the right thing. And the right thing is to come on down to Saida Trudeau and save now. You could save up to $4,500 on a 2022 Jeep Gladiator Overland or $4,000 cash back on a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Come to Saida Trudeau for President's Day event going on all month long.
Your original local hometown dealer, we want only to be the best.
Hi, I'm Ron from Shadow Mountain Feed. We have food here for any animal from an aardvark to a zebra. We have hay, and we are getting twice as much bag feed as normal. We're doing everything we can to keep your animals full and safe. We have baby chicks on hand. Call and talk to Patty, and you can special order any breed you like. We do deliveries every day of the week. If you call Patty, you can set up a delivery and have feed delivered right to your building. And please, everybody, be safe out there.
Now is the time. Get off your seat and into the beat of fitness for just $10. We offer everything you need at our hometown gym, and most plans are just $10 a month. Plus, there are no long-term commitments required. We have tons of options: yoga, high and low impact cardio classes, circuit training, and new innovative classes to keep you motivated. With 15,000 square feet of fitness, we are the largest full-service gym in Pahrump. Get started today. Come and see us at Fitness 410.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, we caught up with the newly elected State Controller, Andy Matthews, to talk about his plans for the office.
I've been in office as Nevada State Controller for a few weeks now. A lot of the time's been spent getting to know our team, getting to know obviously the more pressing challenges that the office is dealing with. But so far everything's gone smoothly. I've been really impressed by the dedication, the commitment of the people that we have worked in the State Controller's office, and looking forward to accomplishing some really good things for our state. First, just a little bit of a brief overview of what the State Controller's office does. It's one of the lower profile statewide offices in the state, but we basically manage the accounting system. The controller serves as the state's chief fiscal officer, and we manage vendor services and debt collection, a few other things. What I'm really looking to bring to this office is to increase transparency in government spending. We have a lot of I would say really big challenges facing our state right now, and we know that a lot of people are struggling, particularly when it comes to inflation and the cost of living. And I think more important now than any other time is that taxpayers in Nevada be able to know that government is spending their taxpayer dollars wisely. And I think Nevada for a long time has really suffered from a lack of transparency. A lot of people really don't know what the state is doing with public funds. And what the controller can do, and I think in a unique way, is to bring more oversight, bring more transparency and accountability to what's happening with state spending. And that's going to be a big priority for me in this office. And I know that the governor in his State of the State address was very clear in the importance of making sure that we're not spending more money than we have. He really led with that message of fiscal responsibility, and I think he's to be commended for that. And as a state controller, certainly that's going to be one of my priorities as well. The controller doesn't have a say in how and where the money is spent, but what we can do is bring exposure to it. And if there is waste and abuse and fraud within state spending, we can root that out and we can expose it. And I think that's going to be a very valuable contribution to the public debate here in Nevada. We have these conversations about should we raise taxes? Does the government have enough money coming in? But absent transparency, it's really difficult to have an informed conversation. So as we look to chart this course forward that is rooted in fiscal responsibility and making sure that government isn't spending more money than it should, our office has a key role to play because we really can open those books and make sure that voters and citizens know what's going on. We've got some front burner challenges that we're sort of waiting for us when we got there. And we're, the most important thing we can do as the state controller's office is to make sure that everything's running on time. We're responsible for paying the bills and dealing with payroll and managing some of the day-to-day financial operations of the state, and we've got to make sure that all of the tools are in place to do that effectively, and that's our number one priority right now, and making sure that everything is going smoothly in that regard. But as time goes on, we will have an opportunity to dig a little bit deeper. One of the things I really want to do is put information on state spending online. You shouldn't have to file a public records request to find out what a state agency is spending. You shouldn't have to call up an elected official and say, how do I get through the maze of bureaucracy to get information on government financing? We ought to proactively, as a state, make that information available. And one of our big priorities is going to be, making sure that we get that information online in an easy-to-use format. Can't get a whole lot into the details now because a lot of it's coming together, but the early signs are that we're getting the support we need to make that happen, and I look forward to being able to announce some good news on that soon.
Wow.
They can go to the state's website, and all the state controller's office information is available there. And if people want to contact me directly, they can actually go to my website, which is andyfornevada.com. That's Andy, F-O-R spelled out, Nevada.com, and all my contact information is on there, and I certainly encourage people to reach out.
Well, we presented an award, an Act of Kindness award, in the name of Andre Butch Harper to a very deserving entity. We're going to go to Dr. Tom Waters and the Rotary Club.
We're always looking for people to do the Act of Kindness award. Now, Rotary has an Act of Kindness award. We do it with cards, and that's beautiful. But the TV station has an Act of Kindness award, and we select people throughout our county, and select people. They can only get the award one time. But to us, it's saying how much we appreciate that person on what they've done. And because of that, I'm going to ask our president-elect to come up, Jeffrey Nye, and ask him to come up and just stand right over here. Now, not very often is the president-elect selected before the president. So I'm also going to ask the president to come up and stand beside Jeffrey Nye. And then I'm going to let you know what this says on the plaque. And this is in memory of Andre Butch Harper. Everybody remember? Move over a little this way, she said. Okay, everybody remember Andre Butch Harper. He's from Chicago, by the way. That's why he and I hit it off so well. Butch passed away, but he would travel all over the United States giving out Act of Kindness award plaques. So we've continued the plaque. Deanna decided we can't let this die. So Deanna asked me if I would stand in for Butch and hand out the plaque, which is what I do. She stays behind the camera and smiles and looks beautiful all the time. But this is the in memory of Andre Butch Harper Act of Kindness Award, presented to, and I'd like, if it represents you, I'd like you to stand, Pahrump Valley Rotary Club. And this is for, I'm in front of the camera.
Oh, yes, of course.
This is presented to the Pahrump Valley Rotary Club for your endless dedication and commitment to strengthen our community with projects like the reading programs, scholarships, ramps for the vets and the elderly, support to our teachers and schools, along with your commitment to the four-way test, and so much more. From the citizens of Pahrump, Nevada, no act of kindness is ever wasted. And I want to add one other thing. The only reason that we can continue to hand out plaques is because of the contribution from the Pahrump Valley Rotary Club. And we'd like to thank you, Deanna and I, and the entire community would like to thank you, and also present our president and our president-elect with the plaque.
Congratulations, guys.
Well, the Super Bowl may have been Sunday, but we have an exciting sports segment for you right after this break.
Mom's Diner, the heart of Pahrump, is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Something fun is always happening here, from the arrival of classic antique cars to watching the diner enjoy a Momstrosity burger. The food is so good, you'll think they stole your mama. Mom's Diner is open daily from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 1242 East State Street, number 100. Dine in or take out. Call 775-751-9929. For all your construction needs, big or small, call Ron Murphy Construction, one of Pahrump's most respected contractors, from septic tank installation to pad development. Roads, driveways, and infrastructure. Ron Murphy Construction has the experience and the expertise to complete your project on time and at a reasonable cost. Ron Murphy knows the Pahrump Valley and wants to take the desert and turn it into a place of beauty, be it home or business development. For more information, call Ron Murphy Construction, 727-6090.
This President's Day weekend, save some Benjamins at the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza with below MSRP pricing on nearly every new Chevy, Buick, and GMC in stock. And don't miss your chance to maximize your trade-in value with an additional $1,000 in Auto Plaza trade-in bonus value during this event. That's an extra $1,000 over and above the appraised value. Get as low as 2.99% APR or receive no payments for up to 120 days during this sale. GM is offering this rate on nearly every new Chevy car, truck, and SUV in stock, and many of these vehicles also qualify for additional factory cash back. Our inventory is back and more is on the way. So if you're looking for the right time to get your next new or used vehicle, stop by the Auto Plaza today. 2.99% APR on approved credit for 60 months. Must finance through GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. See dealer for complete details.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, again, sports champions are in the Pahrump area. We caught up with Brennan Benedict, the student wrestling state champ, newly slated state champ, and his coach, Craig Reiger. And Coach Reiger is unfortunately retiring after nearly 30 years, but he's going out on top.
Brennan's been a great multi-sport athlete for Pahrump Valley High School, but I think the best thing about Brennan, besides his being a good athlete and being successful, he's a good student. Brennan had a great season. He was undefeated in the conference duels. He was the regional champ, and then he went up to the state tournament up in Winnemucca, and Brennan is the 150-pound state champ.
During that match, I was a little nervous to start, but towards the end, I had control of the match, and I just was kind of excited. I mean, in the moment, I wasn't really excited as I would have been, but it was fun.
It's 29 years, 30 years of Nevada teaching and coaching, and it's 30 years, and at 30 years, that's where they tell me I'm retiring. As far as wrestling, no, just keep working hard. I mean, pain and toughness, pushing yourself. It's training, so it's great. Coach Frank Lopez graduated in 2008. He was part of the state championship team. Went to college at Dickinson State, where he became an All-American in wrestling. And then in 2016, Antonio Sandoval was part of that 2015 state championship team. He went to college, wrestled, coached, and they're back in Pahrump. They coached this year, and they're phenomenal. Yeah. And then strength coach, football coach, and wrestling coach Mike Colucci. So I am so excited for those coaches to come in and take over. I thank to all the student athletes that have kind of put up with me, and as a coach that want the best for others. So yeah, thank you.
Congratulations once again, and we will definitely miss Coach Reiger. Well, tomorrow is National Caregivers Day. The day recognizes not just caregivers in the health field, but also family caregivers who look after loved ones. As you can imagine, that role is very important, but it also can be challenging.
Family caregiving is an incredibly intensive and time-consuming experience. We particularly see this in more complex medical diagnoses, such as dementia, where we see a lot of, unfortunately, negative effects for family caregivers.
According to data from a Parade Media and Cleveland Clinic survey, 36% of caregivers suffer from depression and anxiety, which is 114% more than non-caregivers. In addition, 56% of caregivers say it's not realistic for them to take a day off for their emotional and mental health, even though 70% agree they need regular mental and emotional health breaks. Dr. Lucille Carrier, who is a psychologist for Cleveland Clinic, says it's important caregivers get time for themselves, and while it may not always be feasible, there are little things they can do.
It could be as little as 5 minutes, or maybe it needs to be a little bit longer. And I think that's some kind of personal reflection on the case of the caregiver to kind of decide what feels like is right for them. So if that's a 5-minute walk, if it's stepping outside to do a breathing exercise, if it's taking a few moments to journal or call or text a friend, for example, those can all be really meaningful for that individual caregiver.
You know, there is respite caregiver organizations like RSVP here in Pahrump. The doctor says if you notice a caregiver in your life is having a hard time, you may want to talk to them about how they are feeling and offer some of that help if possible.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Yeah, a little bit of warmer today weather, didn't we?
Yes, it is. And we're taking a look outside at our newly positioned weather cam at Blue Diamond and Durango on the cusp of Las Vegas and Pahrump. We'll take a closer look at our forecast.
LV.net provides fast, reliable internet at a fair price. We're a locally operated company and have proudly served the city of Las Vegas since 1994. At LV.net, we're your friends and neighbors, so you can be confident that you'll always get the best customer service. Our team is available 24/7, 365. There's no credit checks, no hidden fees, no data caps, and we will never raise your rates. LV.net is your hometown internet service provider. Don't forget, call LV.net at 702-9-MINUTE. That's 702-900-0000.
The Chicks, 6 nights live, only in Las Vegas, performing an exclusive engagement from May 3rd to May 13th at Zappos Theater at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
When you're hurt in a car wreck, this is what the insurance companies want to pay you. This is what we want to get you. Call Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Now handling Zantac cases.
Over the years, you pay your insurance. But the minute you're in a car wreck, the insurance companies treat you like a crook.
Don't be bullied by the insurance companies. Get Lerner & Rowe.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios and worldwide on the local BTV app, the app you should get because it's really cool. And friendly, it's 44 degrees, 45 out there in Fallon. Carson City saw just a scant 38. You're the Cool Spot Award winner with Tonopah close behind at 39. 41 out in Goldfield. It's 50 in Beatty. 55 is our hot spot. Amargosa, congratulations once again with Las Vegas at 50. Feeling a little tepid out there, but still a wonderful city. Out in Death Valley, 62 degrees. But here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look. 49 degrees. That's our current temperature. 51 just a little bit earlier. Winds out of the southeast to 4 miles per hour. That was a fairly kind bunch of wind this afternoon. I doubt if you could blow out a birthday candle on the back porch. Sun rose this morning at 6:30 straight up, and it's setting like right now, 5:26 p.m. Heading down to low tonight of 30 degrees under cloudy skies. We've got a gorgeous sunset cooking for you, and it'll be there for you after the newscast. Just stick your head out. It's great. As we head on into the week, what do we see? A little bit of cloudy skies tomorrow. Winds kindly out of the west-northwest to 6 miles per hour, and that's, 6 mile per hour winds going to stick with us for a few days as the temperature ramps up to 60 degrees, 66 degrees on Sunday, 66 on Monday. Pretty nice days ahead. Got some clouds coming at us and some wind Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's going to be dropping the temperatures down to the low 50s. But I think we can probably overcome that at some point next week, and we'll keep an eye out and keep our fingers crossed. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John.
Thanks so much, John.
Yes.
We want to remind everybody that we do have the junior high and high school rodeo happening this weekend here in Pahrump, and it will be at the McCullough Arena.
Yes.
And that starts tomorrow. It lasts throughout the weekend.
Sounds fun.
Around 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Everybody join in. It's going to be so much fun down there. And we want to thank Buddy Krebs and Ski Senski for putting that on and doing all the work that they have done with the junior high and high school rodeo here in Pahrump to help support all those kids and everything that they've done.
Competition and exhibition, so good luck to everyone.
Yes, definitely. And that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I want to say a very special happy birthday to my cousin, David Hayes.
All right, happy birthday.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
Do you have dust streaks around your vents? Gunny's Air Conditioning has the newest and best duct cleaning equipment RotoBrush has to offer. It will brush and vacuum the inside of your ducts while videoing the entire process so you can see the before and after. Gunny's Air Conditioning does all of your indoor air quality needs, duct cleaning and UV lights.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell.